Well, joining us from Washington now is Jean-Michel Giraud, Executive Director of the homelessness charity Friendship Place. A very good afternoon to you. 4,000 people who are currently homeless, many of them children. Can I just get your thoughts on the issue of homelessness in Washington, D.C.?
Well, good afternoon, Gamal, and it's great to be live on Sky News with you today. Yes, we do have a tremendous pressure on the system, on the family side. Family homelessness grew last year by 20% when we counted last January. And I have to say that given what we're looking at, which is an enormous task to be completed in order to rehouse these families, I'm very much encouraged by what the city is doing. The new mayor has appointed some very strong leaders at Human Services and Employment Services. In the last year, we've hired an executive director for the Interagency Council on Homelessness, Christy Greenwald, and she's off to a great start. We're looking at every bit of programming we have in the system to make it more cost-effective, but the reality is there, and the pressure on the system on the family side is tremendous. And then, of course, we have to think of what this means day to day for the folks who are in and out of the shelters, the hardship with their children. I heard the headline about the young woman sleeping in a train station, and we have to think of these folks. They are the most important people, the folks we need to serve immediately.
Jean-Michel, how did we get to this point whereby there are so many people who are homeless in the capital of one of the world's wealthiest cities?
Well, it is a paradox. We all know that, all the advocates in the city. My view on it is that we are still living the aftermath of the 2008 crisis, where so many people were displaced, and things are getting better. The economy is improving here, but the cost of housing has risen to a point where many, many people cannot afford it. And of course, we know that as the cost of housing rose, the salaries didn't follow. So we have to find new solutions to house these folks.
And perhaps this is a how long is a piece of string question, but I mean, can you put a time frame on how long it would take to get the vast majority of these people to give them some semblance of a normal life again?
Well, I would think it would be very hard to give you a time frame on this. You know that our goal is to end chronic and veteran homelessness by the end of calendar 2015. We're working very hard at reaching that goal. And by ending homelessness, we mean that we're building systems that are strong enough to catch people on time. So we significantly reduce the period of homelessness and therefore end chronic homelessness. I think it's going to take a lot of work to get where we need to go. And some of the solutions we're looking at are going to be key in the next few months and years. In my eyes, employment needs to be a focus. At Friendship Place, we use an employment-first model, meaning that we put people in jobs as a priority in 60 days, and then we prevent them if they've been served papers from eviction, or rehouse them in 90 days. This is a privately funded program. And that new employment-first approach, which is being used in other parts of the country, I think is going to be key at the system level in DC. And we're working with the city to shift to it so that we can expedite job placements.
And Jean-Michel, I guess this is an issue that isn't exclusive to Washington, D.C. There are many wealthy cities all around the world where there are large numbers of a forgotten, I guess, minority.
Yes, indeed. There are socioeconomic factors, we all know that, and disparity in wealth. And, you know, with all this, seeing this reality for what it is up to some of us here in the city and in the country and beyond to find solutions. And, you know, homelessness is a worldwide issue. When we're at conferences presenting our models, we meet people from all over the world. And it's going to take all of us to do something about it.
Okay, Jean-Michel Giraud, many thanks for your time.
Thank you, and it's been great being online with you. Bye-bye.